and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about flying changes. So for those who don't know, a flying change is a movement done in canter. It's where the horse changes legs from one lead to the other in canter, in between the strides in the moment of suspension, without coming back to a trot or a walk first. So this is a flying change. It's done from behind, so the horse changes first on his back leg and then the front legs follow on. This is not a flying change. The horse has ended up changing leads, but done it front leg first and then the back leg. They have changed leads, obviously, and for a show jumper it maybe doesn't matter the style in which it's done. However, a clean flying change starts at the back. So there is that. So I'll just show you again. This is a flying change. The horse is on one lead, and then the horse changes to the other lead without coming back to trot, without coming back to walk, and without changing in front first and then changing behind. So some of the common problems that people have are when they are trying to get the flying change and then the horse changes in front, does not change behind, or changes in front, then changes behind. As you've seen from these clips, it is a thing, it happens. Now, the question is, why does it happen? Well, first of all, your canter needs to be adjustable. You need to be able to adjust tempo, speed, and it needs to be soft and supple, and you need to be able to bring the horse back, you need to be able to send the horse on, all without losing the balance and the rhythm and everything else. It also is best if you can do walk to canter, canter to walk, so the horse is in balance and it's got carrying itself within a nice frame and is in self-carriage. That is like prerequisite also. However, I would say if a horse knows how to do flying changes, and I've had this before where a lady bought this horse and she was like, oh, I was told it did flying changes. I was told it did them, but it can't. Look, it only ever changes in front and it really makes me cross. And she'd canter off and try and change leads, and then the horse would change in front and then she'd pull it up. No, that's not what I want. That's not how to do it. Anyway, the whole deal was, and as it is in a lot of these cases, is that she was actually asking for the change at the wrong point in the stride. Now, this is where it gets a little more technical. A lot of people just think, hey, I'll just put my other leg back, my new outside leg back, and the horse is going to change. But if you ask at the wrong point of the stride, all you're going to get is a change in front. You see, the horse canters, obviously outside hind leg, then the diagonal pair, and then the inner inside front leg if it's on the correct lead. Now, if you ask for the change on the last beat of the stride, which is what a lot of people do if they don't know this, you ask for the change on the last beat of the stride, the horse's hind legs are already coming through in the correct order to stay on that lead. But you've asked the horse to change legs, and so the back legs are already in the same pattern as they were before, and so only the front leg has time to react and change, and so therefore he only changes in front. If you ask at a different point in the stride, i.e. the first beat of the stride, then what you get is the horse finishes that stride off, and then on the next, nearly lost my camera, the horse finishes that stride off. You ask on the first beat, boom, the horse finishes that stride off, and then he changes, boom, like that. So, how to get that sorted? Now, if you watch a lot of dressage riders, especially on the tempi changes, it becomes quite obvious The easiest way to do it is to think, say I'm going to count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, and. What I'm going to do is ask on the ah of the and, which will coincide with the first footfall on the stride. So you go 3, 2, 1, ah, and that's when you ask. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and you ask on the ah. 3, 2, 1, ah. Finish the stride, changes for the next stride. Three, 2, 1, ah. So what you will find a bit odd at first when you do that is you ask for canter and you expect an instant result, but the horse's legs are already in the right order to finish that stride off, and so then they change on the next stride. If you ask on the last beat, the hind legs are already coming through, ready to stay on the same lead, and therefore you're not going to get a change behind, but only in front. I hope that all makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. I'll try and figure out how to explain it a different way, but that is basically how to get a clean flying change from starting off with the back legs and not the front. Tempi changes, or let's do 4 time changes. Okay, so you're going to canter on your left lead or your right lead or whatever. So 3, 2, 1, ah. 3, 2, 1, ah. So basically you start your counting from 1 stride less than you actually want to do, because you're going to use your and as your cue to change your aids and do it on the ah. So it's 3, 2, 1, ah. No. Okay. 3, 2, 1, ah. 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 Okay, and get your changes that way. Okay, so 3 time changes. 2, 1, ah, 2, 1, ah, 2, 1, ah, 2, 1, ah. Two, 1, ah. 2, 1, ah. 2, 1, ah. 2, 1, ah. Okay, and then you get your changes. And 2 time changes. You're going to go 1, ah, 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 1, ah. One ah, 1 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 ah. And then the tempi changes, so the 1 times are going to be canter. You go 3, 2, 1, ah, 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 ah. And yeah, so it's I look really stupid doing this, but that's kind of how you need to count it down. So we're going to run through. I'm going to show some clips of people actually doing these things, and then you'll see the leg come back for the first beat of the stride, the ah of the and. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 ah. Really, really hard to explain. Anyway, that is about it for now. I hope you have enjoyed this short video, short explanation. Hope it wasn't too laughable, but hope it helped you to understand a little bit more the mechanics of getting the horse to change cleanly and not just changing in front and disuniting. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you for the next one. Remember to like and comment and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.